Previously on D22 Zone. What's the future of PC gaming?
By the way, have you guys seen his beard?
I've got so much cabin fever.
Jason, Prime Minister, the Queen.
This is America.
You're a render farm, you're a intelligent AI.
This podcast took a weird turn.
We don't have Snapple here.
I might actually die during this podcast.
Wow. This is awful. I've got a bit of a cough. Wow.
See what I
You
can.
weren't a real girl.
Consider having sex with them.
Beard.
Yes, people.
Are we allowed to do that?
I don't know, are we gonna get a letter?
Maybe. From BioWare's mum.
Podcast.
Imagine if that was the introduction.
It is, actually, because I'm
Going
recording.
podcast.
So, welcome to the D22 Zone podcast.
Podcast.
We're all a little tired this week, so you'll have to cut us some slack. Since we did it at the end of our last podcast, why don't we do it at the beginning? What are we going to give away this week?
I took
That's
that
Ollie,
a long
everybody.
time ago. Let's not give that away.
Let me take a look in the D22 Zone sack of goodies.
Your game sack.
I'll just get it out.
Oh god. Not your own personal sack.
There's a ferret there.
Okay, the game I'm going to give away this week, ladies and gentlemen of the followers of D22 Zone, if that makes any sense. Hydrophobia Prophecy.
Oh,
wow.
that's a good one.
Oh wow.
That's super
Yeah,
good.
The company that made it's gone out of business. That's
What?
like a relic.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
aren't they?
What? I don't believe you. Hold on. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, go to
Don't-
Google.
I
No,
don't
trust
believe
me.
you.
Do it. Do it.
Oh my god, that was such a good game. Except nobody bought it. So,
I think Rock Paper Shotgun made it one of the. They said that it was one of the worst games out, didn't they? Or
What?
something, if I remember.
no way. It was super
Yeah,
interesting.
It got some
Maybe,
really
but
mixed
they
reviews, I
released
think.
like a huge patch, didn't they? For like the PC version that addressed a lot of issues, but I think it was too little, too late.
Hmm.
That's
Which
a
is
shame. Because I remember their email on GameIndustry.biz, and they were selling off all their assets, like PCs, desks, and stuff. They're basically emailing people if they want to buy it. And it's almost like quite saddening. Actually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit. Could we?
'Cause it was,
Could we buy it?
I'll buy your extra super duper developer PCs for a tenner. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
I don't see where they went out of business. I don't believe you. Yeah.
There's not enough
wow.
push behind them, I don't think.
I
They're-
guess.
I think they were their own publisher, weren't they?
Hmm. It was a great looking game. The water looked fantastic, and there was actually a really interesting sort of mechanic whereby if you looked at certain things, like secret writing would be revealed on the wall and things like that. I thought it was really interesting. I keep meaning to get back to it, but c'est la vie.
But yeah, hydrophobia. Let's just give away that. And I think moving on to more important news. Legend of Grimrock, anyone?
Yeah.
Legend of Grimrock, everybody. So wait,
Was
hold,
it a
hold.
question or?
Is that what you guys have been playing this week?
I haven't played anything yet. I've downloaded.
You haven't played any of it.
I haven't played any of it. I only
You're
downloaded
technically
it today.
not allowed to work for the site anymore.
No,
Oh,
I know.
God. You're
I'm an
fired.
imposter.
I still yet to buy it. Personally, for some weird reason, I want to buy it off GOG more than
That
I
is
do
weird.
Steam.
I
don't
bought it
know
directly
why.
from the developers.
Did you? Oh, that's another idea, actually.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I think I might do that, actually.
On the
Well,
other
'cause
hand,
the-
GOG is RM3, which is a perk.
Yeah.
Well, and
Well,
are they
the-
giving you extras as well? I know we talked about that in the other podcast.
I think
I
so.
just thought what was really cool about this company, like, sure, they're developing a pretty good looking dungeon crawler out there. The one thing that really touched me, and I think one of that just pushes me to purchase this game, is that there was this disabled chap, or chaps,
Yeah, I remember
I
this.
don't know, and I think he used his mouth to type with some sort of like special machine, and he asked them on the forums, this disabled person, asked them on the forums if they were going to include like any sort of disability options on these controls on the front, what do you call it, the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they originally said no, was it?
Like,
Then-
well, there's an image circulating, which is the conversation between these two guys, and yeah, as Jason says, the guy uses I think it's like a mouth stick for typing on the keyboard and stuff like that. And for those that don't know, Grimrock is like a really old-fashioned dungeon crawler where you can move kind of one square at a time. And in some of the older games, you had arrows for movement that you could click rather than using the keyboard itself. And this chap asked the developers on the forum whether or not they were going to include these arrows. And they asked why, and he said it's because he was disabled and he used like a specific input mechanism on the keyboard. And they said, yeah, okay, we'll put it in. Which was pretty cool.
Yeah, one person, and it's great to see developers sort of just helping out just that one person, who asked for it. And this game could sell like hotcakes, thousands and thousands of copies, but they've specifically put something in for just one person. I think that's pretty ace of them. That's really cool of them.
Well, and I kind of want to play it like that now.
Yeah, I even showed my mum. I showed her the image of that, and then she went. I heard her go and tell my dad. Like in the next room. But yeah, I bought it from their site. They give you one DRM free zip you can download, or RAR, I think, and they give you a Steam key as well. But if you buy it directly from them, so what I did. So they see more of my money that way.
Yeah, that was the big news, obviously.
With the big news is there's rats in my hospital.
Oh yeah. Oh,
right.
Theme Hospital is on GOG, everyone. Theme Hospital, man. Just that game.
I never played it. I guess it's
Oh wow.
like a sim,
God.
like a
Yeah, like you run a hospital.
thing clone, or all right.
Only it's
That sounds
very
like fun, I guess.
tongue-in-cheek.
It's
I've got a bunch of
amazing.
people standing around in my hospital waiting for me to build a research department. I'm not going to do it. It's your own fault
remember-
that you've got a giant tongue.
I remember playing when I was very young, and I didn't know how to cure the people with the big heads.
Aw.
Yeah.
And because the game literally royally screws you over, it will spawn people with big heads. Well, when you've got people suffering from a illness or disease, and you don't know how to cure it, the game will pour literally thousands of these patients in there. And all we can do is tell them to sit down, potentially go GP, and probably die in your hospital. It's that saddening.
It's a little bit like real life then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
I just made
But
myself depressed.
oh no.
Yeah, it's strange. Like, now I'm a little bit older, because obviously when I first played it, I was like, yeah, curing people, whatever. But now, being English, like, a woman walks into the GP, she walks into the GP's office, and he presumably diagnoses her with something, and then she gets up and just gives him, like, $30. It's like, what? He's in a hospital, it's free. And I don't understand what's
healthcare.
happening. What is this game based on?
I went to the States once for to go to a health clinic down there, for a chronic thing that I have, and
Video games.
Bowel movements. Bowel movements.
Bowel movements.
my favorite part of the podcast is editing Ollie so that he doesn't lag so much.
That's my favourite part of life.
No, and I went down there. I saw they're extremely good, but I saw only a nurse practitioner. Never saw a doctor, and it was still $300, like cash. Like I couldn't leave before.
Like cash.
Before.
Like as if you were to go into a shop and buy something. That's weird.
That's quite scary, isn't it?
Well, it might have been Visa, but
yeah.
yeah, and it was.
But I think cash that's kind of under the table. If they're like, yeah, it will be cash for our.
Well, okay, maybe not cash, but it was like cash money,
cash
like
money.
money. I don't know how you guys say
So
it
you
in
literally
Britain.
had to walk to like a till after that and pay up.
Yeah, there's a whole department like at the front. It's pretty much the first thing you saw when you went in, but there's a whole department for where you go and pay, and it's a little weird to me.
That's crazy.
So
That's just really weird because obviously we have free healthcare and
yes, we do.
you'd never sort of think of doing that,
Crazy.
you know?
Except
Well,
when
like-
you go to a dentist where you do literally exactly that.
Yeah. We do have
much.
NHS dental care though, but
It did cost me
Oh, you do?
£50
What?
to have a fill-in.
yeah, we do.
£50.
You
What?
can, but it's only for like really specific things.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't think we have that.
No, I remember paying £50 for fill-in. Which is fair enough, you know, it's quite a specific operation. Anyway, why are we talking about dentists?
Because
PC
Theme
games,
Hospital, that's
God,
why.
yeah.
PC
We were talking about
games.
Theme Hospital. This is definitely
No.
It's
topic.
legend of dentistry.
Legend of dentistry.
The cavity prophecies. I play it.
I am playing it.
Could
Great.
you imagine that? Dentist game.
I can't stop imagining it.
Would that be a game for dentists or a game about dentists?
I don't know.
I feel like there'd
If
be a
only,
difference.
if only they drove some sort of vehicle, then we could get like an Excalibur publishing simulator for it. You know, dentist's
Yeah.
utility vehicle simulator.
Oh dear.
Well-
Yeah, so you guys have been playing Theme Hospital.
Well, I literally just downloaded it like 5 minutes ago.
Well,
I've been
alright
playing
then.
it the whole time you've been speaking.
It's
The
true,
Max
he
has
has.
been scrubbing away. But
Well.
anyway, more important news, guys, and this is really important. Dark Souls PC,
Yeah.
full stop, double full stop, and then add another full stop. Games for Windows Live.
Oh, gross.
5
Yeah.
You.
full stops.
Is it that bad, guys? Is it?
It really is. I
As
mean-
much as it's like a hype for hatred, it is rubbish. Oh, the amount of times it's told me to update and hasn't updated. Yeah, just
Okay,
I like-
but let's put this thing into perspective, right? If Half-Life 3 gets announced tomorrow,
Yes.
but it's a game for Windows Live, how much of a deal breaker is that? when
Total
you're
deal
looking forward to
breaker.
a game this much.
Deal
Totally.
breaker.
that's different.
Well, it's like Mass Effect 3 and Origin, right? Like I just
See, I don't
Yeah.
mind Origin. We've talked about this.
yes, but it's like that for someone who doesn't like Origin but was really looking
Yeah.
forward to Mass Effect 3 because her wide-eyed naivete hadn't been crushed under the stormtrooper boot of BioWare and EA's cash grabbing, money grubbing.
Wow.
You're not bitter at all.
So
That was
You
quite
must
the
like-
metaphor.
So you like EA, right?
I didn't mind it. You know what? I have no problem with the A. I have problems with bad games when they were not supposed to be bad. That's my
Oh.
problem.
Silly Mass Effect.
There are no bad companies. There are only bad managers.
Bad
Bad
managers.
products.
Bad manager and bad products and bad companies.
What are they? Ubisoft with their DRM, when they went on a DRM thing, they were pretty silly, I think.
Yeah, I feel like
I
they.
think they're still kind of on that kick. They're just kind
Yeah.
of quietly phasing it out here and there.
It's because they haven't
Yeah.
released any games for a while. But when
Yeah.
like one comes out they'll actually want to play, they'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, you can only install it half of one time. You need to buy
I
the
don't know,
game
like
twice.
what? I mean, the Assassin's Creeds were pretty big, and most of those shipped with Always On, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
Secure ROM or whatever.
You have to load up Uplay, I think it's
Oh,
called.
Uplay's worse than Origin.
It's
Which
just
is
like,
which is less
please.
bad than games for Windows Live.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just so we've got our hierarchy of.
We should
awful
definitely
DRM
turn this
here.
into a feature on the website.
Yeah, we so should. We should
Oh,
write
yeah.
up an article. Each one, like list them. How many are there at the moment? That'd be awesome.
Just terrible DRM games.
Yep.
The trouble is, okay, in all this, you must defend Steam. Tell me why Steam is okay, but Games for Windows
Yeah,
Live or
this is
Origin
the
or
problem I
whatever
have as
else
well.
isn't.
I don't know, because they give me stuff really cheap and it works pretty well.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much because everyone has
pretty
pretty
it.
goes,
people are kind of
sugar
immune
helps the
to
medicine
it.
go down.
Yeah.
That seems to be it.
It's just been there from day one. Even in that rubbish
Yeah, but
green
people
colour.
forget Steam came out. It was so bad.
It
Like,
was
the
bad.
friends lists were never working. There was
That
nothing on the
horrible
store apart from
green.
Half-Life 2 and CS Source.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
so good. That horrible green colour as well. Oh,
Oh.
that colour. Oh my god.
Oh, but wasn't it in competition back then with things like GameSpy and all that, which
GameSpy, oh yeah.
wasn't great either. So
Well, GameSpy wasn't a store, if memory serves.
no,
was it?
but it was like
it was a sort
Well, you
of
had things like
networking-
Crossfire as well, like X-Fire.
X-Fire, of course, yeah. I used that quite a bit.
Yeah, that was quite a good service as well, I thought.
I think that's where Steam's like thought, right, we've got GameSpy here, server browser, we've got X-Fire here. Let's just add a store as well for fun and merge it all to one. There you go. Steam.
just for fun. Maybe it'll go somewhere. Maybe we'll do something with it later.
I think it's because Steam has a really good retention rate. I think that's why people are so reluctant and hate
I think
other...
it's just because people are so cheap. Like, if Activision were to release a service and Diablo 3 and Call of Duty, I don't know, 5 or whatever, were on it, and people would be forced to use it. Because, you know,
Sure.
people love the Call of Duty. They love the
Do you mean like
Source.
Battle.net and COD Elite then?
Well, no, yeah, but COD Elite is obviously like this, it's like kind of weird subscription service for like the DLC and stuff. But if they released
Yeah.
like a PC client, like a Battle.net or something like that, but it had like exclusively like Activision's games on it, and they've got a big catalogue, so
Sure.
Yeah,
forcing
well,
people, which obviously like what EA tried to do.
Of course, I've been waiting for StarCraft 2 to come onto Steam and drop in price, but
Yeah.
I think I'll be waiting a real long time for that.
Never gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might be waiting for the, which is a long
Yeah.
time.
Having said that, it's almost like what I get the feeling of is that you could almost ruin Steam by doing this. By
Well, that's what
taking
what
away
EA
the
tried
chunks.
to do. Obviously, like Battlefield 3 is not on Steam, Mass Effect 3 is not on Steam, Crisis 2 famously was on Steam like 5 seconds,
Yeah.
and then was removed.
I don't think that is enough though. Like, but if Activision and
Yeah, but it's
Ubisoft started
To
doing
start.
that, yeah, that could potentially destroy it, couldn't it? Really?
well, it's not. I think it's good for gamers to have that kind of competition. Like, as cheap as Steam is, like it's not immune to pressure.
See, here's the thing. Technically, you're right. It's good to have competition in the market. The trouble is that that's not what competition looks like. Competition
Yeah.
only works when the different stores are all kind of selling the same
Products
product,
are the
and then
same,
they're
yeah.
competing on price and their delivery method. So that's like
But I
Steamworks or
think
do you like games
this
for
is
Windows
kind of
Live.
art. So for EA to make Origin viable, they have to give a reason for people to use it over Steam. Obviously, that reason being the exclusive titles that they make, and then they have to work on convincing me to stay on Origin rather than Steam by offering the same products as Steam at better prices or as a better service. But like, bear in mind, Origin is only I don't know, less than a year old.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh,
It just-
you're going
it-
to test me now.
It got off to such a bad start. You know, like there's almost nothing to recommend it, and it's like I said in that podcast before. It's like somebody's 3 years behind the times in terms of what gamers want and like the proper way to deal with your fans and to make a video game that's economically viable and enjoyable for everybody.
Like, I don't mind Origin's implementation in Mass Effect so much. Like, it's just kind of there. But obviously the concern is, like, Battlefield has all of this peculiar nonsense.
Guys, I just thought of it. How about a big window or some sort of program which could split or merge these sort of Steam Origins into like segments on your screen?
Yeah,
That would
Why
be
not?
so awesome, wouldn't it?
that
Like,
would
if it
be
come-
great.
Damn,
Well,
I've just
sort
sold
of.
my invention.
There you go.
Damn.
Okay, cancel the website. We're gonna
Yeah.
be rich.
We're done. This is the last D22 zone. We're gonna go into
We
video
could
games
load
and
it
become
with
rich.
adverts.
Hell, it's about time.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, GTA is on Steam. My boyfriend plays that a lot. But he has to log into Game for Windows Live every time, and it's not that they're not available on Steam. That's the problem. The problem is they're not very good as like pieces of software, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's almost quite funny to see, because obviously Dark Souls petitions, you go ahead and everyone's like, yes, good one now. But then when they announced everyone was like, no! Sign another petition!
a collective groan.
It was funny because we're basically telling them how to develop a game.
Yeah, it was like, oh, by the way, guys, you should definitely release it for PC. Oh, by the way, guys, now you're releasing it for PC, here are the avenues that you should pursue to publish your game.
It's true.
But the thing is, there's obviously a different reason that they've chosen games for so well.
Money.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Microsoft aren't publishing games.
No,
But I don't know.
I think some like someone's expecting those save files and docs on games compared to Steam, because that's a big thing with Dark Souls. Is that you can import someone else's save into Steam, but it'd be way too easy.
God, it's because you know how Dark Souls is such a pain to co-op. They obviously got the trend of implementing the game to Windows Live because it's a pain to co-op in that as well.
Well, there you go.
There we go. Yeah. Done.
We're looking on the sunny side of life, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, we're English, you know, upper lip,
I suppose.
all of that.
So it actually snowed here where I was. April
It rained
12th.
here.
It's
Snow.
a beautiful sunny day here. It rained while I was in Boston, though. Speaking of which,
Well,
Boom.
I had a fun weekend. Where
did you go?
I went to Alaska. I went to Boston. I went to PAX, and that was incredible. That little intro that I wrote on my PAX rundown was entirely true. It was just like coming home.
It's on D22's own website.
D22-zone.com. For all your
How do you
latest
spell hyphen?
DASH, because the dash don't be silent.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah, every couple of years I just have to really nerd out. I have to go where my people are. So I go to Video Games Live. I try to go to Comic-Con or something like that. And this year was PAX, and it was nice. It was really nice.
Video Games Live is the music.
Yeah, the orchestral
Yeah.
music. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I've been twice. The second time wasn't as good, but it was. It's just being in the company of people who share the same passions as you have, without any of the judgment associated with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Snip, snip.
I did find there were a lot of sweaty, smelly neckbeards at Gamescom. though.
Gamescom.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could share the same kind of passion that they do.
Well, I challenge you to find the girl in each photo that I that I put up. But no, I mean the people were great.
Is it like, where's Wally?
I guess so. It's more like
Where's
where's Abigail? There she
You guys
is.
call it Where's Waldo, though, don't
Yes, because Wally
Weird.
is.
No.
you? Waldo's
Weird.
not even a name.
Waldo's, yeah, it's just
Waldo.
bunch
Waldo.
of letters. Waldo.
Yeah, where's Waldo?
What? Where's bloody Waldo, mate?
Wait.
Oh.
We should talk
So
about
yeah,
that
I
all
went
the
to
time.
PAX.
Yeah,
and
how was that?
That was really good. That was amazing.
So,
and
okay,
I
I don't
think-
really know. PAX is it's got comic books and stuff there as well, hasn't it? It's
Yes,
not the whole kind of
PAX stands
shebang.
for Penny Arcade Expo, and it's run by the guys who run Penny Arcade, the comic. And so that's a big part of it too. Tabletop gaming was a big part of it as well. But I think it's the reason you go there for me anyways, for the video games. And basically anybody who's anybody in the industry is now going to PAX, and they've been doing this for a couple of years, and it's super fun. It's super fun. They have really, really good talks by people in the industry on certain subjects. I threw up a little thing on the D22zone.com website about where you can link to those talks. They've all been saved, and you can watch them at your leisure. But they're pretty good. What I was most impressed with, I think, is that clearly all the big players were there, but there were some really, really, really interesting sort of up-and-comers. I don't know if I would call them indie, because when I think of indie, I think of like a guy in his mother's basement, or a girl in her mother's basement. But no, so Novus Aeterno was one that I was really, really interested in. I told I got an interview with a couple of the developers, and I told them legitimately that this was the game that I was most excited about. It's a persistent world spacefaring MMORTS.
Oh wow!
So
that's a lot
that
of
right there is, yeah, it's a lot of buzzwords, but they're all true, if that makes sense. It's not bullshot.
So what's the business model? You say MMORTS, is this subscription? Because I mean,
No,
that's a risky way to go.
It's not free to play, like you buy, but there's no subscription either. I think I have a quote from some guy here. I don't have my notes with me, but it was like you pay to customize, you don't pay to play. So if you want like different skins for your ships, you can pay whatever, I don't know, $5 for that.
Kind of like League of Legends business model,
I guess.
Or...
I don't know. I've never played League of Legends. And I think I'm no longer allowed to work here.
I think for free to play. I think it's probably the least obnoxious free to play business model I've seen.
Yeah.
Where you buy customizable skins for your characters and that kind of thing.
Well, I suppose it's something like TF2.
Yes.
Free to play, and like
Yes.
you can then customize your dudes and stuff.
Except
yeah, that's a fair point. That often
to
gets
begin
overlooked,
with,
I think.
Novus Aeterno, you're going to have to buy the game for, I think if you pre-order it, it's $20, and if you buy it afterwards, it's like $35 or $39, which frankly is the way to do your pre-orders, I think.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit. But then you won't have to pay to keep playing, and you don't pay to be better at the game either. So,
Yeah, I always feel pressured by subscription MMOs to actually, play it. Like, I feel like paying a certain amount of money, I have to kind of enjoy myself, even if I'm not.
That's the sunk cost fallacy.
Yep.
Where you've sunk all your...
Point, you worry that the designers will have taken a look at this and decided that they've got to put in a bunch of kind of grindy gameplay to slow you down. So that you'll keep coming back month after month, because, I mean, if they don't have the grind in there, you'll just power through everything in a month, maybe. And, like, where's the money in that?
No, but this seemed really, really good. It's still about 6 to 7 months away. I think they're trying to release in July. The other interesting thing that they have going on is that they are actually going to be hiring some of the beta testers when it launches. So if you are really, really good at being a beta tester, or if you have good ideas and can contribute in a reasonable fashion in that way, they may just hire you, which I think is awesome. Sign me up. I will do that all day long. Play other people in a space RTS. Done.
Yeah.
Done deal. Done deal.
I don't know. I mean, I tend to think a lot of beta testing is actually pretty tedious. I mean, when they start paying you for it, they start making demands. You've got to play this one map 7 times in a row against the same AI using the same unit over and over again. Just see if you can get 250 of this one type of unit out, and see if you can cause some glitches whereby, like, you just walk your units into a wall over and over again.
Yeah, having worked in QA, I can attest to that. It was never that bad though, and I actually met the guys. They seem like pretty cool guys. They seem like shrewd businessmen as well, but they just seem like they're gamers. So I don't know. It's look, if it's easy money, I guess, if anybody wants to.
Yeah, but then
check
like
it out.
on the other side of it, when we went to XCOM, we met a gent who was working for Media Molecule, who make a Little Big Planet, and he said that he used to work as a QA tester, and the game that he was employed to test was Tomb Raider for the N-Gage, and he said it was the worst experience of his entire life. I won't name him, just in case.
Well, where I worked, they were actually really, really good about that. So, I think the way it works was that, like, there were the QA testers, and then there were the QA leads, and then the QA leads would assign, like, they had a couple of games that they were working on at the same time, but they could assign different people to work on different games at different times. So I think the only one I really got stuck with, quote unquote, was like a couple of board games for a week or two, but they were really, really good about rotating it so that people didn't get super burned out, in my experience. But yeah, fun times. Fun times.
Fun.
So I haven't been playing anything this week because I turned a 6-hour journey by car into a 10-hour journey by car in a fashion that only I can do. But I was playing Alan Wake before that, and it's Game of the Year. Game of the Year.
Really?
Yeah.
Game of last year?
Nope, Game of the Year. This year. All years. Every year.
I mean, it came out on the box. The console box.
Yeah, that's true. So it's now it's on PC. Now it can be Game of the Year. See.
Yeah, exactly.
We're good.
Now
We're finding solutions. We're bringing solutions to problems that don't exist.
Oh god. Death walked into my hospital. Like the Grim Reaper. I don't know that.
We'll get out of
so
here.
Alan Wake, right, so it came out on PC
Yes.
at, I don't know how many dollars, it would have been $40?
20, it's $29.99 for
What?
us.
I think that's how much it is in
Oh my god.
Queen's pounds.
So
What?
mad.
Oh,
That's dumb.
What? I'm furious.
Yeah,
Can you just buy
$29.99.
all games, Abby,
Yeah.
and send them over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $22.99. Yeah. But yeah, so how good is it? Like,
It's really
a
good.
survival horror game?
Yeah, you know what? It is, but it doesn't feel like that, and I don't know if that's because, sort of the way that we see survival horror has changed. In the sense that, now Silent Hill, it's not really all that scary, and it's more about beating the zombies and things like that. But this is fairly atmospheric. The storyline is paced incredibly well. The combat is also very, very well done. And there's kind of a unique feature in the sense that you can't defeat an enemy without first bringing it into the light.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the reverse of the darkness that I was talking about last week. It works really, really well. It's a great game. It's a great game. Yeah. Just turn all the lights off. Huddle up. Make sure that the radiator turns on halfway through when you're not expecting it.
Yeah.
And just go to town. Yeah.
Sounds tasty. Isn't it scary as Amnesia though? Because I
No.
pretty much pooped my panties.
No. Amnesia was something. Amnesia was really something. I
only know one person personally who completed that mother.
Well, now you know too.
Yeah.
Now you know too. Man, good times with that.
And they're both girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is
Wow.
quite shocking,
Wow.
isn't it?
Oh man.
I know me Max and Glove played 26 minutes approximately together.
No, hold on. Let me reword this.
Oh,
Sunshine.
God.
Oh, my
You
God.
two suckers went off ahead of me when I was working my balls off at work. You were playing it here, having a good time, going through it together.
Have you done
home.
half mode?
I come home and I have to have a prolapse to get to the point where you're at, and then you stop playing.
Did you guys get to the water level?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Poop my
I
pants.
don't think I got past the first level.
I didn't get, at the start where it says amnesia.
That's-
That got me.
First room. where you walk in and you pick up like your first, I think it's Tinder it's called.
Tinderbox.
Just like shit, man. I ain't got a lie. I'm not playing this game. No. No light. No light. No likey.
I love it. I love survival horror. Love it.
This is something I should revisit at some stage. I never got much further into it than I think these guys did. So maybe this is a topic for
I got
Never
to
Been
a bit
Kissed
where
at
you're
some
kind of
stage.
walking through like the old kind of offices and like bedrooms and stuff, and then a door closed behind me, and I was like, but I didn't close that door. Someone else must have closed the door.
Oh, do you know what that gave me the most was probably the trailer when he's getting chased. Well, not chased, but that thing is chasing after him. He hides in the cupboard. Oh, I wouldn't know what to do at that point. I would be running around like shit, and he'd be chasing after me.
Funny story.
I hear the game gets a lot easier when you find the super shotgun there.
Previews, they spooked my guts off.
Yeah.
And I played it in the dark on my laptop.
Did you ever play Penumbra?
Yes.
Or you did?
Yep.
Did you like that?
I did. The only problem is, like, Amnesia is not technically the scariest game I've played. That honor goes to Doom 3, but only because I'm severely
Doom 3?
arachnophobic. The spider babies. Something happens. Something
predictable.
doesn't matter. Spider babies.
But, like I mean, like when I see, like even when we play Dota 2, there's a hero which is a spider, and I can't. If I random that hero, I can't look at it because I hate the way it moves.
Yeah. Ugh. I can't stand it. There was a little bit of that in Penumbra as well, so no, not doing it. Not doing it. But I had
a big old spider baddie.
Thinking about it. So if you have any games that have giant spider bosses, don't send them to us for review.
Yep.
Don't play
and now
Harry
all I'm
Potter.
gonna get is giant spider boss.
Or at least make
to
it the
Electric
last
Boogaloo.
boss. And at least we've made it that far.
No.
Or you could make it half spider, half woman. Would that help?
Which part would you have as which? I would have a spider head
with
on a
like
woman's
little
body.
legs.
Spider head with a pair
That'd be
of
weird.
breasts.
I think that would be more weird than having like spider legs.
Actually, there was
Spider legs,
there was a picture of that actually for like Magic the Gathering or something.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't scary. I think I can deal with the 8 legs. It's just the 8 eyes that like no. I don't want to talk about this. Ollie, what have you been playing?
A lot of ARMA.
Oh no.
Oh man, we did that last week.
And we've been boring the hell out of each other by walking over 30 square kilometers of forest and terrain, shooting people.
Oh, Ollie.
It's awesome, Arma 2. You know, yeah.
Okay, but I'm not. Oh god, now I gotta go get all the old ARMA 2 stuff that I.
Oh,
No, you don't. This never happened.
Oh,
It's
no.
tastefully edited out.
There's
Okay,
nothing
well-
like getting into a chopper and then shooting people at 2 kilometers away. What gets better?
that is good.
Nothing.
That is good.
That's what.
Yeah, that's hard to
There's
beat.
nothing better than loading a fucking Osprey helicopter thing up with 30 guys and getting them to parachute out
Yeah, that's
over
good.
a town
That's
and
good.
then
That
getting
is.
slaughtered.
I think on that, on a 2 note, we should probably wrap up.
I think that would be a good idea.
I haven't played anything this week.
It feels like we've gone full circle.
Yeah,
I'm just
Yeah.
super tired.
but yeah.
I am as well, because of all the games I haven't been playing.
And how many hours did you drive total?
I've been playing McDonald's all week.
Oh wow.
How many customers can you serve in an hour?
All of them.
I had some chicken selects today. They're rather nice. I had
What's
the
the-
barbecue sauce, but that wasn't so
I
good.
was well pissed off. I get an order togetger, forget the chicken nuggets.
Oh,
This
how
woman
do you
phones
forget
up,
chicken nuggets?
pissed off as fuck. And she was like,
Oh.
I want you to deliver them. And, yeah, exactly. And then,
Oh god.
oh boy.
Other
And then
fast
she
food
comes in,
restaurants
and I was
are
like,
available.
Sorry, my bad. And she was, I feel really bad now, I'm really sorry.
Aw.
She just
Suck
couldn't
that,
resist your chicken.
That
McNuggets.
face. That face.
It's nuggies.
No, she was craving my McNuggets.
This
That
podcast
picture.
is brought to you by McDonald's.
By McDonald's. The last one was Snapple.
Getting
Yep.
worried. And
Can we do
those
some
McNuggets.
analysis on this podcast, actually, when it goes up? Just work out how much time we spent talking about actual PC games and how much time we spent talking about just other, like, extraneous crap.
Surprisingly little.
I think we should edit down so it's just about video games. So it's 5 minutes long.
No.
Then I won't be in it at all.
We have to get. Ollie has it in his contract that he has to be present for 10% of the podcast at a minimum.
Yeah.
He's got a really strange contract.
His voice is too precious for us, you see.
I
Okay.
didn't hear what Jason said, but yes.
Yes. Yes.
Can we all say it together? Can we all say bye? Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Goodbye, suckers.
Okay, now I need
Definitely
one of
keep
you.
that bit at the end.
Yeah, I need one of you to say previously on D22 Zone.
Do it in a really dramatic voice, Glove.
Yeah.
Do you know what you need? You need that Avengers thing. Previously on D22 Zone.
Previously on D22 Zone. I'd do it, but my microphone's shit and I've got budgies.
Yeah. They would just be like, oh yeah, that's
Just
all
somebody,
we
just
need.
somebody do it. I just need someone to do it.
What
Previously
am I gonna say?
on D22 Zone.
You also need somebody to do it whilst everyone was
D22
quiet.
Son of a bitch.
He says, records.
What do you want as?
Cry for the whole podcast.
What do you want it as a London accent? Previously on D22 Zone.
No, I definitely don't
What
want
the
that.
hell? Where have you been
Previously.
to London?
On D22 bloody sound.
Oh my god, fine, I'll kill myself.
I'm doing accents. Oh.
Wait, I've done a little accent.
Oh,
Wait.
do an American accent.
I can't do American.
Yeah.
I got shot myself with a swab wrap.
I love you, baby. I love you, Jack.
you, baby. I love you, Jack.
Yeah. Give me some sugar.
Yeah. I love you, baby. I love you, Jack.
Give me some sugar.
Give me some sugar.
Somebody's got to put the tail down.
So you got-
Previously on D22 Zone.
It's like, last time on
Look at my wee
D22
haggis.
Zone, I chatted about chicken nuggets.
With my little wee nuggets that are in my kilt.
God.
Oh man. Oh,
I'm
This
sure
is
you can get
fast.
something out of that.
I'll just fucking do it myself. Thanks.
No, put that in. Put that in the end.
You
Yeah.
Just do the bleep.
No, I'm definitely gonna do
Hard.
that.
You can never ask us to do anything.
Well, except I asked, like, say this one line, this 3 words, and you're like, oh no, no, and then I'm like, okay, do an American accent, and you guys gave me the roast racist,
You
vile.
can't be racist against Americans.
It's true. You
There's
can't.
more of them than there is of us.
don't even know
That's
how to do
racist.
anything.
That picture Glove just posted is racist.
Are you thinking that all black people look like dogs?
Oh god. Maybe it's time to stop recording.
Podcast over. Yeah.
Yeah, if the police ever got this recording. See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll probably get put in
Bye.
I'm leaving the country.
Yeah, when Ben was like, "Oh, we should analyze this," it's like, "Yeah, because we're all insane.
Yep.
We need help."